What's happening, guys? Dan here, DD Speed Shop. Today, chopping the windshield frame out of this junky 4-door hardtop windshield. And we're putting this brand new one on. Factory Tri-5 convertible windshield frame. $700. Oh, it's gonna hurt butchering it up. So, when I originally built this car out of a 4-door, I cheaped out, and part of it was I couldn't find a windshield at the time. I actually still don't have one. But the windshield frame, so a hardtop, 2-door, 4-door convertible, have a shorter window, bit of a chop look, which is kind of cool. As you can see, it's a little wavy. This is a hardtop roof I chopped, plated, and painted with chrome paint. So, a little bit tacky. The rest of the car arguably is 95% convertible passing sheet metal. Other than it doesn't have a convertible top. I did buy all the proper sheet metal around the sides and all that sort of stuff. So, I bought the proper windshield frame, which was a bananas price, but it is what it is. It's nice and skinny. Now, what I don't have is the chrome that goes around it. So if you have it or happen to know someone who does, let me know. Keep in mind, I'm a poor broke Canadian. Now, I don't know how I'm going to splice this in yet. The piece does go right into there, which I don't think I'm going to do. I'm probably going to cut it, I'm thinking there-ish. And I'd like to test it all together with this broken windshield. So if the broken windshield fits, it's got a crack that way. So I got to wear a glove because I'll cut myself. But if it does fit in, I mean, it'll, whatever. I'm just talking height-wise. This way, it'll be good. And we'll keep it all, and if it screws up, we'll chop it up and fix it later. That's just kind of the way it goes. So that's my plan. My only real concern is keeping it straight that way. So we'll have to do a little bit of measuring, a little bit of eyeballing, a little bit of screwing around. Maybe I'll try and put it in with the windshield in. I don't know what we're going to do here yet. But first step, clean some junk off, get the welder from the other garage, and keep thinking it out. All right, so let me give you just a quick Tri-5 tutorial on trim. So on base models, 150s, for the most part, well, like 55s anyways, there was no trim. And on the higher up ones, there's trim that goes around the window. Now, this trim, you actually put it in the rubber before the glass and all that goes in. And when the glass and everything goes together, it pinches it and it holds it in. Now, this one's kind of, I actually think I might have cut it a little bit. It's supposed to have an angle on it, but I think this is just something I had, so I made it fit. Now, I don't know if this came with the car, hardtop. I don't know how the bottoms are, because this is sedan stuff, which I had, so it's thicker. Seemed to look okay. No one really judged too much. So you put the glass in, you have to rope it in, pull it in, which is a pain. Actually, I gotta say, this rubber doesn't look too bad. And the glass guy always said, if you can reuse the rubber, do it. So we'll take it out and clean it. But this stuff goes in, gets pinched together. There's a screw that holds it. This then goes over top of it. It's supposed to have another piece which screws, double screw. These pieces right here then hold this. You actually put it in like a, just like you'd hold like a spear on the fender. Nut that holds it through, and that kind of sandwiches it all together. So it's kind of simple, but if you do it wrong, you end up bending a bunch of stuff and everything. Now, this windshield should be, I don't have a screwdriver on me, that would have been a good tool to have, but it's probably ready to come right out. So I'll grab a screwdriver, or maybe some plastic piece or whatever. Not that we want to mangle this fine windshield, but I want to fold it forward a little bit, and I'll bring it back, and I'll show you where I'm going to cut it. Alright, so I think I got it out. Not that I really care about the windshield, but I like to keep it somewhat intact. Because I actually had a thought, well, how I'm going to measure up this new windshield frame while I was in there with my thoughts. So yeah, that's out. I think we'll pull this windshield right out. If it'll go. Oh, a little tight on this side. There's so much rust in here, it's unbelievable. There we go. Okay, I don't want that to break in half completely. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so the windshield's completely out. It's actually not bad. It's a little crunchy. I don't know, this might be the original windshield or something like that. It's been there for quite some time. Tri-5s typically rot out down here. Nice shape, so that's a win. Now here are my thoughts for making sure this one's going to fit with as little screwing up as possible. For one, we'll find out what angle this is at, just so we kind of keep them straight. It is what it is. The garage is going to be all tilty and whatever, but if it's at 3 degrees or whatever it is, we'll just match side to side. Second, this is the rubber, so this is actually going to be kind of form fit. You can see how it wants to fit real easy. So we'll be able to test fit that. 2, this glass, I want to put the glass in, setting down on the metal channel, and we'll see where it ends up here. We can measure it, and then same thing, we can just double check that on that glass. Third, there's these holes here. I believe it's for a weather strip, maybe? I don't know what it's for. But there's the matching 3. So I think if we just cut on the 3rd hole or an inch below or whatever we want to do and join it there, and same thing. There, we're golden. All this is inner structure, which is all behind all this, which we're not changing. So no point going past it. So if we cut it right around this line or something like that, I think that'll put us, it'll put us in the ballpark at the very least. So I'm starting to feel more confident in this. But anyways, I want to get it all kind of tacked in, and we can, test fit the new windshield, make sure it's kind of got the same amount of clearance, and then see what happens. I assume the rubbers and all that are all the same. I don't know. It's hardtop stuff. I guess we'll find out. I'm at the point now where I've overthought it. I generally don't do this much thinking before I do any cutting, which is actually kind of throwing me off my game. So we got the windshield back in with no rubber on it. It's got an 1/8 inch drill bit, just kind of barely fits between the windshield, the top of the windshield, and the whatever's left of this. Might even be a little bit less than that. I did a little bit of measuring. It is, the windshield being broken, it is what it is. I've measured my where I'm going to make my cut. Visualize the cut with some tape there. I put it on there. I did use my angle finder. At the end of the day, the way the car's sitting, it's got like a, 1 or 2 degree forward tilt on the frame itself. Now that could just be the way the car's sitting. It is on the wheels. It is in the garage. The garage is tilted. There's all sorts of stuff like that. But I didn't want to level the car off because convertibles have so much flex once they're on their wheels. So I wanted to leave it like that. Let's cut this up. Why are convertibles both so expensive and so rare at the same time? So I'm forced into doing this jalopy stuff. Oh. Guess I probably should have put that together. I was going to fall and break my horn ring. Damn it. Cool. Oof, this thing's rotted. Never really noticed how bad this was, but oh, there's a roof there. Look at that. Junk. Can't even buy good 65-year-old cars anymore. I did jump ahead, just a scotch there. I cut the windshield frame and I just test fit it with the glass and stuff. Now, it's a 2 tack welds holding it. I did bone it just a little bit. I blame, well, it can't be my fault. So what happened was, measure everything, I transferred the cut onto the windshield frame, which is good. Everything was fine there. The problem was when the windshield frame came, if both the posts, either they were straight and they have to be out a little bit or they were kinked in a little. So I cut it dead straight, and then as I bent them out a little bit, the outside edge got a little gappy. Not too bad on this side, kind of rough on that side. whatever, it is what it is. I'm pretty happy with the gap we got. I don't know if that's even kind of showing up, but that's about a drill bit's width as far as I'm concerned. So I think we're pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and just weld this in and grind it all smooth, and it'll be what it's going to be. Maybe I could test fit this in there real quick. This will have so much flex to it, I don't think it really matters. I mean, at this point, it's in, it's good, it's fit. If it is a problem and it doesn't fit for any reason, I mean, you either cut a little bit out, or you cut it, lift it up, re-weld it, and grind it. I mean, it's not a huge ordeal. I think the trim's going to cover a fair bit of the whole front side will be covered in trim. Obviously, when the door is shut, I can't close the vice grip there. It's all covered on the inside, and we'll have a piece of trim that goes on the door, on the wing window. So this up top will be how it's going to be. The trim will obviously go up the top until I get a nice piece of chrome across there. So for now, I guess it'll be red or whatever, but maybe I'll try and pony up the money. We'll see what happens. Anyways, I'm going to take this all apart. We'll get it welded in. I got to put something on the carpet. Another carpet down. All right, so go ahead and weld this sucker on. Gentle, gentle, gentle. Man, this thing's a sweet workbench. Ultimately, I think the glass is probably not going to go back in. I'll put it in the shed just in case I want to do any more test fitting, but make my life 1,000 times easier getting all the sanding done around the window. Put a cardboard box in there, so instead of burning the carpet, we'll burn a cardboard box and burn the whole car down. Smart, right? So, let's weld. All right, well, she's all welded in. $700. Let's double check and make sure it fit. My only concern, I mean, I kind of worked my way around, but the windshield going back and forth a little bit. As you put some heat into it, working with broken glass is lame. I'd say that's pretty good. That drill bit. Yeah, it is what it is. I don't know how, what you can do here. If you can, I mean, honestly, I can bend this back and forth 1/8 of an inch just by hand. So I think it'll be what it's going to be there. I don't want to break this any more than I have. I used my angle finder, and everything was, I mean, within, I don't know, 1/2 degree of where it should be. So that's good. Door still shut. What else is there? So now I'm going to grind it all down, or, you know, around the welds there a little bit, make it look pretty, and I think that's where we're gonna end. I might just put that rubber in there and stuff like that, do a little bit of cleaning up, but yeah, now I gotta find the chrome piece, which is like it's like a torpedo looking thing that goes around. But this does have holes pre-drilled and like a little set of dogs in it for sun visors and a proper mirror, I believe. I do think convertible stuff is kind of unique, so we'll be modifying it, but it's nice how it looks nice and thin, skinny. All right, let's grind. Well, there we have it. It's all kind of together. Got it all ground down. Glass just kind of sitting in there. So, I mean, I don't know. We'll probably put a little bit of filler in there just to make it look decent. But overall, she's sturdy. It does, I guess it looks like a convertible a little bit more. What a pile of money. Oh, well, when you want something you can't afford, you buy it a piece at a time, and it probably costs twice as much. But now I'll... got all the trim and stuff like that, all the door panels. Actually, I used the box for the windshield. So there you go, $700, well used for the box. So all the door panels and all that are taken care of. I think that's where I'm going to leave it. Ultimately, I think it's kind of a cool video putting out there how to put a windshield frame on a convertible windshield frame on a sedan or a hardtop type thing. So I think we'll do that. Up next, we're definitely going to work on either sanding, and I might start on that, or I want to work on the garnish molding. I'm not too sure. But there you are. Convertible windshield frame installed. So yeah, my advice, don't overthink it. Do a little bit of measuring, a little bit of cutting, a little bit of test fitting. I would recommend having a piece of glass there, because without that, you don't really know. I did, when I had the glass in there, like this could move back and forth before it was welded. I mean, even now, look at this. Man, is that ever... I guess you just don't want to roll it, eh? But that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to the channel, tell all your friends, all those good things. And if you like ratty 57 Chevys, I mean, this is the place for you. Let me know in the comments.